Rumors are born. Sanity knows no bounds. And men's thrives on the suffering of the damned. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of a harvest from an innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed. For in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Just another day towards the weekend. And another day towards, well, Nevada State Prison. The countdown is actually on. Halloween weekend. And the spots are, I could almost say, probably filled. That didn't take too long. Took less than a week. I figured it'd take a couple of weeks to do it. People jumped on it, and yeah. I didn't expect it to basically be locked down that fast. I'm just going to get all the names onto paper, put them over to Susan. There's 2 emergency slots that are being held, just because I have to. But my throat is killing me from last night from talking so much. We have to basically get back down tonight. We are 4.5 hours into the recorder that is 5.5 hours. So hopefully we can get this recorder knocked out tonight. Get on to night 2 of this recorder and put it to bed. We are 3 episodes away from number 200, which is big. But we're going to have to find a couple investigations to do to carry us over until Nevada State Prison. Otherwise, we're going to be playing games. Which I'm okay with too, but I'd rather just be analyzing and bullshitting. Went ahead and got everything loaded up, ready to rock and roll tonight. Beyond that, nothing special. Just another day at work. Went from cold yesterday to almost 70 today. Remember to shoot myself if I take a Kia Soul as my vehicle from budget. You know what? For as little driving as you're going to be doing, Dads, rent a golf cart if you can. You're not going to need much. Get the simplest thing you can find because you're not going to be doing a lot of driving. Unless you go up to Virginia City during the day, check that out, check out the places up there. You come back down to Carson, get something to eat, then you're going off to the prison. You're not going to be in the car more than a couple of hours total. So, I wouldn't go all out on it. Just get something dirt simple. That's what I'm gonna do. Start booking everything this weekend. The way I figured I don't need. You're gonna sleep. After the first night in that prison, you're gonna sleep the next day. If those spirits came at you, like they came at me in my first investigation there, they're going to let you know, and they're gonna take some energy from you. It's like, hey, let's all go to breakfast. Man, I'm staying in bed. All right, I told you. Just remember, I warned you. Maybe I should get a couple tablespoons of honey. It's just rough right now. But work is a little rough today. The only thing that went wrong was the new guy that was supposed to start yesterday did not start. He called and said found out that he didn't take his drug test yet, and said he wasn't going to take the job unless they gave him more money after he already signed the offer letter. So the company is back on the prowl for another employee, which leaves me alone in the warehouse most of the day again. And I told him yesterday I wanted more money. It's like, this is getting ridiculous. I'm like, well, we can't do that. I'm like, going, yeah, okay, whatever. It's part of it. I'm not going to judge. I'll just handle it my way. I can't complain though. It makes the day go faster. It's easy money. It's easy money. But for the amount of work, you need at least $1 or $2 more an hour. That's why I went in, or I'm going to ask for 7%. 3 would be a slap in the face. 10 would be greedy. Just be fair and say I want 7%. I don't think that'd be out of line. Be professional about it. Don't go for greed. Go for honesty. We'll see how it works. But with that being said, enough chit-chat from Brent. Let's get to some audio. Let's see if we can knock this recorder out. The residual locks, clicking, deads, yes. Basically what Susan said is because the guards came through the area every 10 or 15 minutes, unlocked the door, came in, shut the door, and locked it again. That's the residual of the guards coming through and locking the doors all day long. And that's why we get it every 10 to 15 minutes. It's just that residual over 100 years. The guards locking and unlocking the doors. Actually kind of cool because it's creepy. And you'll probably hear that when you're walking through the prison too. Yeah, it's basically called imprint energy. You're telling your folks are like, what the fuck? Nice. They're like, you're going to an old prison? What is wrong with you? Is that going to be alright if you're sensitive to spirits? Probably not. But the good thing about it is, and I'll tell you this straight out, the spirits can sense if you're a good person or not. They attack me because who I was affiliated with on the first investigation. So what you're going to find out is, you're a good person. You go in there and show respect. You're going to be just fine. You can walk off by yourself all night long and be okay. Just a couple of the areas, if you decide to, be on your toes. But also remember, if you hang out close by, if you go into culinary and I'm close by, they're going to know you're new, and I can tell them to mess with you, and they're going to mess with you. Not in a bad way. You'll be okay to stray. Just don't stray far. What the hell? Yeah, it's a bird. It's gotta be. And the traffic from the highway. Cue the bullshit. Rice Grinders Unite. Be a good car club name for them. And when they're stuck at a red light, sneak up and put a cantaloupe right in their tailpipe. Cars and coffee near the M on Saturdays. Oh, God. And I work right down the street. They all take down St. Rose Parkway. So that's how they get their cars to sound like that. They're stealing the coffee cans out of the back and putting them over their exhaust pipes. That makes so much sense now. That's why they all meet for coffee. And I see MDS snuck in. How you doing tonight? Yeah, he always just kind of sneaks on in. And Corgi. Oh my God. It, somebody forgot to shut the gate. I mean, come on. Okay. No super, you come back in 3 weeks. That's right. No milk bones for you. No bacon strips either. But good to see you guys again. Glad you made it. But Corgi, MDS, you guys actually missed one of the best EVPs we got night before last. One of the greatest ones we've gotten out of the prison to date. And I'll play it here in a little bit. But you you guys definitely missed out on one for the ages. It shocked even me. And for EVPs, that's hard to do. Let's do something real quick. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play it now. I'm going to get this out of the way. So this is the EVP we got night before last, Execution Chamber Door. This is freaking awesome. Deads is 100% spot on. This is freaking awesome. So let's slow it down just a hair. Let's kill Carol Cole. And I'm getting the chills just listening to this again. So what I'm thinking on this one is because everybody was going in just talking to Carol Cole, it's I think the other spirits are jealous. So they're going to take him out so everybody can else talk to somebody else. And Corgi, you might hear something else, and that's fine. I get that. Everybody else can hear something different eventually anyway. I've sent this off to Susan at the prison, and she couldn't believe it. She's like, "How do you get this?" She's like, "They didn't like him. The spirits did not like him." It's like, well, when they were alive, they probably didn't like him. but we definitely hit something strange on that one. And I even made the joke that even if we didn't get anything else for the rest of the recorder, it would make it worthwhile just because we got that EVP. And that was on. We only got 2 more EVPs after that, and we've had nothing but silence since. And when we got that EVP, there was a lot of people in execution. What was that? Okay, I don't know. But there was a lot of people actually in execution talking. And as soon as they shut up for a second, that EVP came through. Because they had been in there provoking Carol Cole. They were actually in there provoking him. And then when he responded by attacking him, they said, "Why are you bothering us?" "Well, you came in and provoked me." So I don't blame them. I don't blame the spirits for what they did, for what they said. Yeah, and that is a creepy thing because the EVP sounds exactly the raw audio sounds exactly like his voice in the video, like he's just mentally and physically defeated, and he's just kind of meandering through the interview. It's like, yeah, I'm done. And those are the kind of EVPs that help confirm what spirits are actually there. And you can put names to them. The second you can put names to these EVPs, it becomes 1,000 times creepier. But it also feels good. You're like, now I know who I'm talking to. Next time I come back, I'm going to ask for you by name. Not just, hey, you, or who else is here. Hey, Billy, come on over here and talk to me. I came back to talk to you. Spirits are going to come over and talk to you every time at the prison. I wish a stream you watched a week or so ago had the VOD saved. Then I'd have to ask what happened in the stream. About this for almost an hour straight. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Dude and his lady friend figured they were going to go ghost hunting, so we bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon. Basically, everything I've ever said is wrong. Everything you ever told us is wrong. Oh my God. What channel? I have to ask. What channel is this? Do you even? What's the channel? What's the streamer's name? Because I want to go. I want to go. I want to go say hello. I want to go be polite. I want to go shower them. I'll be nice. Corgi, I will be cool to them. I'll be nice. I don't burn bridges in this field. I cut ties, but I don't burn bridges. But I want to see what they're doing. I want to see how they're doing it. Because I've tried finding other paranormal streams on here. There's not a lot. But as I've always said though, everybody has their own style of investigating. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong, but there's certain things you just don't do. It was a one-time thing, okay. Fair enough. I find it amusing that people see this on TV or they see other investigators and they want to imitate it. Let's go get this. This can't be that hard. Yes, it is. It probably was a Subi. But yeah, people think it's just, they see it on TV and they think they can just go get the equipment and go do it. There's nothing to it. And they try to imitate what they see on TV. And they think they're going to be famous. One person's going to see them if they get one piece of evidence, and it's just, we're going to get invited by these celebrities to go investigate with them. Look what we got. No, you didn't. I can explain it. Piss poor mindset. Corgi, that's the most dangerous type of investigator. Because they go in with the intention of being famous. Or stirring something up that's going to cost a lot of people a lot of problems. It's like throwing an egg at a freight train, Deads. Just, it's not going to work. And like I said, I'll be honest. If it's completely, blatantly obvious that they're doing it for fame and fortune and just to be jerks, I will say something at that point. Because they're disrespecting the field and they're making it impossible for other people to investigate. The owners of the location will hear about it and shut it down to everybody else. Or they just do it as a joke. That demonic, yes. And Deads, that investigation still bothers me when I think about it. I can literally, I kid you not, if I think about it, I don't even have to close my eyes. I can physically see the shadows walking up and down the hallway. Like just looking at this monitor in front of me. If I think about it, I can picture that hallway on the screen. It's burned that much into my mind. Yeah, you were there when it happened, the green screen shadow. That was intense. And Deads, I mean, You can't script what my reaction was. There's no way to even act that. I mean, it's like you guys saw me. I was almost petrified that we got this on stream. It happened live. That I've wanted activity to happen when I was that oh shit look on your face. Yeah, like just that casual, just and it's yeah, Corgi. It stopped me dead in my tracks, literally, and that doesn't happen very often. But when it happens in your own home, when it happens in your own home, is when you realize shit is really real, because it's not gonna. Yeah, Corgi. It. I was literally. We were talking about. Des, I've got multiple spirits in my house. We were talking about something about residuals and residentials and all that, and I don't remember what the conversation was, but literally it walked right behind me. You could see the shift of darkness across the screen, and it was gone like that. I'm almost sure it was the old man who died here. I'm almost positive. But I mean, literally, my desk was in a different spot, and I was like, I actually got up and looked around. I'm going, who's in my house? I almost grabbed my gun. It's like, who the hell's in here? Corgi, it was that solid of a shadow. I thought somebody walked right behind me. And I think that's probably the second time it's ever been like that. I mean, I've been attacked in my sleep by the spirit. Corgi, I've had stuff follow me home. It's never showed on stream, but I've brought stuff home with me, and I get rid of it just like that. So yeah, it shouldn't surprise anybody. And you've heard me say this on stream many times. When you investigate, you're going to bring something home with you. It's not how, it's not when, it's just a matter of when. Dad's the best thing. In all fairness, just you're not welcome here. You need to go back to where you came from. I don't want you here. You're not welcome here. You need to leave now. And generally they do. It's just like you get somebody in your house you don't want there. You have a friend that brings us somebody that you don't like. You know what? You need to get them out of my house. It's usually that simple. But if it gets to that point, just get the sage. Just get the white sage. Open the doors and the windows. Start in the furthest room back in the house. Go over the window, shut it, go over the door, the bathroom door, then the bedroom door. Shut the door on the way out. And the last thing you do is the furthest door from you. And the last thing you do is you sage the last door and you shut it. Usually that gets rid of the spirits. Then you can always do St. Michael's prayer as well. But again, like I said last night, that brings religion into it. But St. Michael's prayer, white sage, generally works. Asking them to leave. Asking them to leave works about 80% of the time. You just want to make sure they're not going to set up shop in your house. Then it becomes a pain in the ass to get rid of, because then you have to get a team in. And yeah, Dad's Vex was asking some insanely good questions. Insanely good questions. Which leads me to believe he knows more about the paranormal than what he let on. He was asking stuff only something people in the field ask, or somebody who's just extremely curious about the paranormal. So it's one of the two. I'm willing to bet he knows a lot about the field. And probably wanted to get if he was in the field, he wanted to see if I was full of shit or not. And there's no way to sugarcoat that one. Or it's somebody who's had so many questions for so long that they finally found somebody who could possibly answer it. And I hope I gave him the right answers. I hope I at least gave him a little direction on it. Because some of those questions are not easy. I mean, you saw the look on my face. It's like, oh, how do I answer this? How do I simplify this for somebody that's not in the field? Like I said, that's kind of where I wanted to go with the show. Speaking of X's, there's a good man right there. How you doing tonight, good sir? Good to see you. As you can see, we are just talking about you. $14-hour day, I feel you. I feel you. You manifested yourself in here. Oh, yeah. Technically did. There he is. Dun, dun, dun. Lexus, no. We're just now starting to get into more audio. I don't know what group is coming in, but you can see right up here on the top right, we got a lot of strong signals coming in. So that's obviously a team coming in. Might be Chris and them, might be Brian and Angela, or it could be me. I don't know yet. I said I have not listened to this audio. I don't pre-listen to this to find out what's going on. As you can see, there is going to be a lot of talking.
Wow.
It's going to be loud. I'm going to have to turn that. All right, Corgi, thank you for being here for a few minutes. Greatly appreciate it. It is always good seeing you in here. Have a good night and take care of yourself.
And this is it.
Yeah. If you go through that door right there, you can see the execution chamber itself.
Through this door?
Yeah.
Can you get in there?
No.
You're right here.
Not open.
Yeah.
So we are just need the bolt cutter.
Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter. Just need the bolt cutter.
I need the bolt cut because the execution chamber door was padlocked. They actually forgot to bring the key, so we couldn't get into the execution chamber. We had joked about getting bolt cutters, And I think that's somebody saying we need the bolt cut. So that is one of the investigators.
That's a sweet chain, dude.
Oh, they got video cameras down there.
Yeah.
Deads know it's actually just a cheap, like, maybe like a 1/4-inch link chain. They had it open 2 weeks earlier when Destination Fear was in there. And they just put a cheap lock on it to shut it back up. But problem is we can't bust it. I offered to go buy the bolt cutters for them and replace the chain. But at that point, it's 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, there's no way. Hell, I can pick him easy.
Which cell you want to lay down in?
What's that?
Which cell you want to lay down in?
Right here. Or do you know which one Cole is in?
Okay, so what it sounds like in the execution chamber here, there's Chris, there's Kelly, there's another Chris, which is the one of the tour guys, and me. You know, reminds me of the IR image from the first Independence Day. Yeah, it does. It actually does. Yeah, it did. And almost there's something other there too. Or do you think that's just a lock being clanked so it's not a voice? It's distortion enough to where it sounds like a voice. Makes perfect sense. It sounds like a voice there though, doesn't it? Yeah, we can debunk that. Somebody's recorder being turned on.
So, Chris, Deli, riding outside the execution chamber, conducting an EVP session. Who died in the chambers? Who died in the chambers?
God, is that explicit that snuck in here? How you doing tonight? And Ferry, see you snuck in too. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here.
But all these names, they were, that's Agatha's chamber, right? I'm going to read off a name here. A few names. I'll call your name. Step forward. Wilson Henry Boyd. Says he died of leak of gas on May 28, 1940. He murdered Floyd Robinson and his wife, Georgina. Can you tell me why? What did they do to deserve that?
And you can tell, like I've said on other shows, Chris has a very, very aggressive investigative style. He's not really provoking, but he's definitely being stern with him. I don't say that I agree with being stern in the execution chamber or in last night's cell. It's not the place to be stern. Anywhere else in the prison, yes. You can be stern, but don't be aggressive. But we'll see if we get some evidence out of this.
John A. Kramer. He died July 28, 1942. Lethal gas. Says he murdered Francis Collins, shot after rejecting him. What? That's what it said.
Yeah, he's going for the shock jock angle, which is okay. Like I said, he's not provoking. But just so you know, Dads, he will be there up for the investigation. Him and Kelly will both be there.
Last night's cells. Cell B1. This is right by my dad.
Right there.
Gentlemen, I am back in here. I've decided to put myself in your position.
I feel like Harold Potter. This guy, I don't know who this guy is. I started pointing right at him. That's pretty cool. Carol Cole. You heard your nation at bed right now? You heard your nation at bed? You heard your nation at bed right now?
I'm not fucking yours.
Too many people talking.
Can you look at the pillow?
Hard to identify EVPs when you got 3 people talking.
I said, gentlemen, I came to put myself in your position. Spend some time in your bunk like you did for your last nights.
I have a device here, not
So you can hear me in last night's cells trying to investigate, and Chris and everybody are over in the viewing room. You can see how much it echoes in there when you have multiple teams investigating. It is not good. So I don't know if we're gonna get anything.
I'm done.
Are you recording?
I don't know. Well, this is the
Yeah, so like I said, I left so they could investigate. Because, like I said, you heard the echoing. There's no way to investigate with that much interference. Let them have it. I'll come back later. No big deal. Let me stop it on.
Who's in the chamber right now? Who's on the other side? And what do you know? Why, you see somebody? That's your phone?
Here, Mr.
Alright, check this out. Oh, shit. That was light swap system. That's all back on. You see that? Looks like there's someone sitting there that's just cursing over here.
Oh,
We don't see you. We only see your hand. Yeah. But what's it they're talking about? Is that a mirror? It's a window. It's a window? It's a reflective window, so you can't see who's on the other side. You can only guess. How's it reflecting perfectly right? Oh. You got three ends.
So weird though.
It is, ain't it? Stand over here.
Mr. Nunley, your steps.
Okay, that's a door shutting in the far distant. That's not an EVP. It's not even residual.
Hi, this is Kelly.
Oh, I'm getting spicy in here.
Is there anybody in here with me?
Is there anybody in here with me? I have a device in my hand.
Carol, are you here? Anybody? There's no one. There's no one. Oh,
Carol Cole, are you in this room with me?
Okay, I think I know what this is saying. Okay, are you guys hearing it first of all? Before I start cleaning this up, do you guys have any idea of what this is? Alright, let's start cleaning it up. I think I have an idea already. That's why I love these freaking these inners. They really, really bring it out. Oh, no, I want might be wrong on what I thought it was. I might be wrong on what I thought. Happens all the time. All right. I don't know. Let's slow it down. We're definitely going to need to slow this down. I don't know. I honestly don't. Okay, so what we're gonna do, just so we don't have to keep, it sounds like it's you're not gonna something. I can make out the you're not gonna, but after that it gets garbled by background distortion. Probably one of those EVPs we're never gonna completely get. Now, I'm going to take this back out for a second because I have an idea. I have a little bit of an idea. Why does it sound like when you put that steel sound back in there, and it sounds like a clank on metal? You're not going to bend this. Could it mean they're trying to break out of last night's cells? You're not going to bend this. You're not going to bend the steel of these bars. Maybe, because it is. There is a story that one of the prisoners fought as they drug him into the execution chamber, and he kept trying to get away. So could it be he was trying to escape, and that was, you're not going to bend this. You're not going to get away from this steel and this concrete. I don't know. I just don't know. So what we're actually going to do on this one, just so we don't have to spend an entire show on it. We're going to mark it as an unknown for now. We're just going to mark it as unknown for now. I'm going to send this off to Susan and see what she thinks and see if she can identify it. I've had to do this with a few of the EVPs, because since she's there every single day, she can get a better idea of the voices than I can. So, up to 1945. but they are moving around a little bit too much.
I had a minor fluctuations, like that was.
Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here?
Yes, they did. And it sounds like there's a whisper there too.
Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here? Sebastian, are you here?
So you hear her asking, Sebastian, are you in here? As I've explained to you guys, Sebastian supposedly is the spirit of the little boy that hangs around the prison. He's been there since the hotel was on the prison grounds. Back in like 1859, 1860, because the prison was built in 1862. So Sebastian is the name of the spirit of the boy that runs around the prison. We've commingling of spirits. It's definitely something, but the spirit of a small boy there is weird. You don't expect to hear the spirit of a child in a prison, most especially in the execution chamber. So sorry that I had to write a book to explain the EVP. We got 2 tonight. We're on a roll. Let's see if we can continue the effort.
Hey Sebastian, do you know where Susan is? Okay.
And the fact they actually got a beep off the EMF meter is pretty substantial. You can't really, you heard the beep, but the downside is we don't have the video of it, so we can't fully confirm the beep. But it's there.
Who's in here? Who's in here?
That better not be saying asshole. That better not be saying asshole. At least it's not to me. It sounds like a whisper of asshole. It might be gasoline. Well, gasoline, but remember, you're in this is prison. It could be saying Vaseline. It could be saying Vaseline, you never know. It's the downside on this one, and we found this out with me on the first investigation there, and Dead, since you've been there, Explicit, MDS, when I was wearing that cargo vest and I was dragging and I was moving my arms, dragging the material across each other made that whispering sound. We had to debunk that a few times that it was my vest. I'm wondering if this is not just somebody's clothing dragging across. Because I remember we had that distinct problem with my cargo vest. That's why I didn't take it this last investigation. But that, we're going to clean this up. We're going to clean it up. And see what we can get. I just want to be 100% positive on this. I don't want to get false evidence. So we're going to bump this up. Let's go 12. That's going to really bring it up. I don't know. That's definitely. We're going to try a couple more things here. Because I want to get this EVP right, if it happens to be one. I can't call this an EVP. I just can't call this evidence. It's so short, but it sounds like 3 syllables. It literally sounds like 3 syllables. So what we're going to do, we're going to try one more thing. Then we're going to move on down the road. We're going to slow it down. I don't know what to think. Guys, I'm lost here. I'm really lost on this one. We're just gonna debunk it. I no matter what I do, I can't confirm this one.
Who's in here? It's me walking. I'm in this room alone. Who died in and around this room?
Chris, it's the 3rd time you've asked that question. Who died in this room? No. Just no. You don't ask who died. You're in the execution area. There were 62 people executed in that area. You don't have to ask who died. You have the names in the other room. You've actually said a few of their names. You don't ask who died in the execution chamber. That's like walking into Hiroshima and say who died here. Really? You know 62 people died in that room. You guys have heard me on stream. I was in the viewing room and I called out each one of their names.
So if you want to get the really fun ones, women's is right next door. That's where we get the most activity.
In the women's?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna stop here.
We're gonna go over to women's.
It's next door.
I am gonna shut the door on in this because there's multiple recording devices in there.
Oh, you're like, let me shut that. I'm like, that was awesome. You can shut that off. You did all of that? Oh. I hear, let me shut this. I'm like, this is moving forward. Oh, wow. Look at this. You put mine. Yeah. All right. Can you walk up to that light?
I was saying there's two Chris's. The prison guard or the prison tour guide, then Chris the investigator. You heard Chris say that the women's side is the most active. Yes and no. The spirits are going to communicate with you when they want to. You could go up to execution, you can go to culinary, you can go to pod 10. You could go to the basement. Certain spirits are going to communicate with you, certain spirits aren't. So you could go spend all day in women's, never get a thing. Go across the hall to the rec room and get EVPs all day long. So when Chris says that's where the most activity is, that's where the most activity is for him. Now sometimes, yeah, you're going to get somebody else to go in there and get the same activity, but 20 people could go in there lined up, never get a thing. Just take into account when you go to the prison, if you ever do, follow your gut. Follow your instincts. If you get into a certain area, any investigation for that matter, and you feel something, you think you feel something, stop for a while. Break out your recorder, turn it on, or have your recorder on the whole time. Granted, yeah, you're going to have to listen to a lot of extra audio. You never know what you're going to catch, but stop and start asking questions. It's your best way. You are your best tool for investigating. Point blank, end of story. You could spend thousands of dollars on recorders, cameras, whatever. Your best equipment is you. You are a conduit. Like I said last night, you are energy. Feel the energy in the environment. If something feels off, stop and pay attention. It's shifted for a reason. You're gonna get evidence. Might not be the evidence you want, but it's going to be evidence you're going to get. Sometimes spirits only know how to communicate with you a certain way. They could scratch you, they could push you, they could toss you, they could whisper to you. And you're going to hear something like this standing right behind you. And it's going to be one of the craziest feelings in the world. If you've never experienced a whisper right behind you and you turn around and nothing's there, you'll get it in the prison.
You break my heart, please. You break my heart, please.
Wait, they're down the hall. They left, 2 minutes ago? This sounds like a sigh coming from inside execution. That is a sigh, Deads. They left a couple minutes ago. There's nobody in there right now, or there shouldn't be. I don't know if that's a last breath kind of sigh, but that's a distressed sigh. Or now here's the more I'm listening to it, it's not a sigh. It's absolutely not a sigh. Listen to the tail end of it again. That is the echoing of a door shutting way down the hallway. It sounds like a breath, but it's a door. Vexus, yes, you caught it. It's a door shutting way, way down the... Oh, sorry guys. My voice is shot from last night and I'm trying. This is not good. And I spent all day at work talking today, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm sorry. That's just the resonating from a steel door coming from down the hallway. So we can go ahead and we can debunk.
You break my heart, lady.
This one's
No worries, Vexus. I knew what you were saying. And on to a few minutes of silence. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Deds, I think you're right. I don't mind either. Yeah, hurts a little bit, but like I said, I can talk about this shit all night. It's all good. I'm gonna go take some lemon and honey later. I should be fine. Nah, Vexus, you didn't. You didn't at all. Like I said, I can go on and on about this all night long. When I investigated a certain museum here in Vegas, can't really reveal the location, but it was on casino grounds. I talked for like 3 hours straight. So yeah, I can go forever. So there might be a couple streams here and there where I got limited use of my voice. At least until I train myself again. Good news is we're almost done with night one on this recorder. It only took like 6 shows. Yeah, 6 shows to finish it. 6 shows to finish 5.5 hours. That's not a very good average. Oh, hold on. I don't know if that's traffic or a whisper. I'm actually kind of 50-50 on this one right now. Let's really kick this up. This is so close to being traffic. I don't know. It sounds so close to being traffic on the highway. I'm hearing a voice, but my gut's telling me, Brent, it's traffic. Something's telling me it's traffic. I don't know. It sounds like it's saying, let me be. Like, leave me alone. But there's nobody in there right now. There's nobody in the execution chamber, or viewing room, or last night's cells. What do you guys think? I think it's traffic. Yeah, it's traffic. Debunk. And that's Brian. I don't know. I don't know if this is Brian, or if that's. I don't know if that's Brian saying it. It doesn't sound like him. It sounds like it's saying my name twice. Brent. Brent. Which investigators don't usually do that. They say it once. Hey, Brent, you in here? Not, multiple times. Not like a 5-year-old calling your name. Brent, 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 Brent. I was like, Brent? No, he's not in here. So let's clean it up. Let's find out. Let's sing my name. Twice. And that's not Brian. It's freaking saying my name twice. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's bring this back up. Followed by a no. There's 2 spirits there. There's a male spirit and a female spirit. Brent. No. That's actually a little creepy. That's actually way creepy. It is a little hard to understand. It just sounds like a quick no. But I might be wrong. But the male part, I think that's obvious. I think that's... But we're getting toward the end of this recorder. That's up there. And like I've told you guys on stream before. Before I went up there for my second investigation, Susan would take tours through the prison, turn on the spirit box, and my name would get called through the spirit box. Now, from what I've been told, there's only been one other Brent to go through the prison. Just on a tour, never investigated. So is that the spirit saying, we want you back here? We want you here. It's entirely possible. We'll never know. Oh, we'll try to find out on the third investigation. And this is into night 1. I don't even remember where I was at. winding down the recorder and we're starting to pick up some EVPs. Let's go ahead and just amplify the shit out of this and clean it up. All right. Looks like we're getting another one, which is good. This is turning out to be all right tonight. I was worried that we weren't going to get any more EVPs out of this recorder. What do you guys think? My cell in a southern draw. It sounds like it's saying, I'm not staying here. My chair. Okay, yes. My chair. Yes. I'm hearing it now. Let's slow it down just a hair more. And it's almost like it's a labored. My chair. My chair. It's like a labored my chair. Like it's, I don't want to say it like this, but it's almost somebody with almost a speech impediment. My chair. So yeah. No, you guys are right. You guys are right. I'm not going to focus on the no. But let's take it out and just to be safe. Let's go all the way out. That just the way it's being said though. My chair. A breath of yeah. Yeah, I hear the yeah. So that's pretty substantial EVP. That's a male and it sounds like a female. Yeah. My chair. Yeah. Oh, wow. So there's 2 EVPs in that one. 1 and 2. So we're up to 11, 12. We're up to 212 EVPs for the prison so far. 1950 overall. We're rolling on EVPs now. So then that raises a question. You hear my chair. Did one of the last night's cells, convicted to die, the prisoners, did they request a chair in their cell because they didn't want to sit in their bunk and just spent the last day sitting in a chair, sitting up and thinking instead of laying down in the fetal position? You think about the smallest little things. You don't want to spend your last few hours laying down. Standing up, facing the world. Sitting up, doing something. So there was probably a chair in the cell. And somebody took it away. Somebody took their chair away. Is the spirit back in that cell? And you're getting, where's my chair? My chair. Yeah, it's gone. So when I go back up there, I'm going to ask Susan, were there chairs in the cells? Did any one of the convicted request a chair to be inside the cell? And see if we can get a name to that EVP. The way we did with Carol Cole and a few other prisoners. So we're going to try to do some investigative work on this one.
Oh yeah, we have to do this tomorrow, Brian. This is where they go before they go to the gas chamber. They wait here.
Oh, there's a waiting area.
Isn't this sweet?
Oh, it's so nice.
I stopped to wait their last moments.
Here's your last meal, your last chance to help us out.
She has to talk to the priest.
Your battery pack.
You think they would on TV? A little bit of TV to watch as well. Nice meal. There's a lot of
The last few moments on Earth, I don't care about TV, but
Why not?
maybe.
Yeah.
I need to get to see season 4 Stranger Things yet. I need to watch the whole thing before you can kill me.
I could be missing the last episode of You.
What are those lights called?
Lights.
Who's? Who's? Who's?
Oh, getting all of that part.
Ouch. Loud. What are they doing?
Alert's already dead.
This way, right? Which way?
That,
To the right and then
Oh, I didn't even notice that big old thing.
yeah, that's what they go in.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a submarine issue. Yeah, no, I took it.
I don't know. That is so electronic. It's almost like it's like a digital voice. Yeah, I can't call that evidence. It's just too digital. Now this, on the other hand, might be something. And it's a little bit echoey too. And this is a little bit digitized like the last one. But I don't know. There's so much more to it. Reverb off a wall is what I might be thinking. You're good call, Deds. Very good call. So we're gonna clean it up and find out. Here's a telltale sign. I don't know. Could be could be reverb. Very well could be reverb. This one's actually a little confusing. Let's go ahead and amplify it a little bit more again and clean it up, run it through stereo and see what we get. Nothing there. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Let's try a narrow field. I just don't know. Okay. Do you guys think this is reverb off the wall? This is one of the investigators. It's echo. Do you guys think this is echo? It could very well be echo. I don't know what else to try. I don't know what else to try. Okay. And it's got to be reverb. It's got to be echo. Because it doesn't even sound like words. It does, but it doesn't. Unless you guys have other ideas, I'm going to move on. I'm going to debunk it. Hey, Vexus, no worries. If you fall asleep, all good, man. Appreciate you being here, as always. I'm only going to be on a few more minutes anyway. We've got 2 minutes left on this recorder. So, just 2 more minutes, the show's going to be over. Very okay. So, we got 2 of you right there who can't make any sense of it. That's all I needed. If I can get at least 2 people saying they can't make sense of words, that's enough for me. Saying, yeah, I'm fighting it myself. I am fighting this myself. So with you'll make that all night long. Well, I know people who won't. We got 5 EVPs tonight, so we can't be depressed about that. And right up here is where the batteries die. Okay. That is actually the end of that recorder. We finished Olympus 3 night 1 on Execution Chamber Door. And we got quite a few EVPs. We made it up to number 211. we have to beat 436. That's the first investigation. So we need 236 more EVPs to beat the first investigation. We're going to do that easily because we still have 3 times as many recorders to go through as we've already gone through. Not going to be a problem. I do truly, truly thank you guys for tuning in tonight, spending 2 hours of your life analyzing the paranormal. We only got 5 EVPs tonight. But there's nights we've only gotten 1. There's been nights when we've gotten the big old goose egg. It's always a pleasure having you guys in here. Deads, Explicit, Fairy, Vexus, Corgi who was here, MDS who was here, and everybody else who was tuned in. Everybody else who watches this later on YouTube, I truly do thank you. And everybody else who just tunes in on Twitch and watches the VOD. You guys are amazing, and I thank you for being here, and I thank you for supporting the show. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd probably be just twiddling my thumbs. Or other things I won't mention on the show. Anyways, guys, thank you again. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6:30ish Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Be back as we start night 2 on Olympus number 3. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again.